Hey there everyone, welcome back to Coastal Living Now. Joining me now to talk about Fill the Boot campaign is Development Specialist for MDA Jennifer Alleman and EMT Paramedic Thomas Cruz. Thank you both so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. And how coincidental is it that we're talking about Fill the Boot on Texas Independence Day, right? But it's not the type of boots we're thinking of. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so before we go into that and what it means, tell us about what MDA is.
MDA is a nonprofit organization that transforms the lives of those affected with neuromuscular diseases.
Okay, and we were talking earlier before the show started, and we want to talk a little bit about your son. Let's learn about him.
Yes, my son, I am new to the MDA family.
Okay.
I became official in August of last year, and my son was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Before that, I always thought it was something that was hereditary, and we have no family history of it. He was diagnosed, and our lives completely changed. He always had difficulty in reaching his milestones, and so now we were given a diagnosis, and I think I cried for probably the first 2 weeks. I mourned the life that I thought he was going to have. I expected him to, one day just graduate, be a father, be a husband, and he can still do those things, but it may be difficult. But I decided probably after those 2 weeks of crying that it wasn't about me, it was about him, and he was the one that actually has to endure all of these. So I decided to get him the best care possible. This is the only things I can do.
Yes,
and to support him, be his voice, be his legs when he can't walk, if that should happen,
yes,
and just be there. And it's brought me where I am now, and I'm so happy to be among this great group of guys and this community that supports this organization, because without them we wouldn't have the hope that we have. We don't have a cure for it, but we do have drugs that prolong the effects. It used to be that these children, and I say children, wouldn't live past their teen years. And now, because of what the community has done, the support they've given, and what the firefighters do, that now they're reaching their 20s and they're living even longer than that. And 1 minute more with my son, it means the world. And I couldn't ever express my thanks enough.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure you cherish every moment with your son.
Absolutely.
And that is a beautiful story as to why you are involved in such wonderful organization. And I have to ask you, how does this affiliate with the Fill the Boot campaign?
So it's something that's been going on. Fire departments, MDA have been over 60 years together. So it's just tradition now. So every March comes around, the guys are hitting the streets doing Fill the Boot and filling the boots up with money.
Okay, and where do these funds go? As we see these firefighters out there, where do the funds typically go?
So the majority of the funds that we raise stays here locally. Up to 70 to 80% of the funds that we raise stay here, whether it's MDA clinic, MDA camp, helps these kids with equipment when they can't have access to, whether it's wheelchairs, power chairs, all of the above. So we're just here to help. I like it. It's the best time of the year.
And I have to ask you, how does it feel to be part of something so special like this, and why are the firefighters committed to this cause?
So it's for us, it's always it's watching out for our community, and everybody becomes family. It's being part of a bigger picture, just a bigger goal.
Wonderful. And I know this is going to be going on this Friday, right? So this is not the only Friday that y'all will be out there. It's this Friday, the next Friday, and then the Friday after that. So how can people get involved? How can we encourage our viewers out there that are watching to become involved in something like this?
So we have a whole bunch of firefighters that are going to be standing all across pretty much the city, if you will. At any major intersections, we will be out there. So whether it's lunchtime, dinner time, please stop by. Change adds up, so anything, get in your ashtrays, throw them in there. It gives us a little bit of workout too.
Oh yes.
So just whatever you can.
We're gonna hope for nice weather, nothing too hot. I mean, lately it's been very pleasant, but despite this weekend it was extremely windy. So we're gonna hope for some cool weather. I have to ask you, how long have you been part of this? How long have you been a firefighter?
So I've been a firefighter over 10 years here for the city, and been a part of MDA family for right around 5 years.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I know this is something that's going on everywhere, not just Corpus Christi. This is something so special. And how do you feel, with this type of organization and partnering with Fill the Boot campaign? How does it feel for you, especially after you've shared your son's story?
It's amazing, and I'm honored just to be able to work alongside them, to be, at each intersection. I'm going to try my hardest to get out there and actually, have, hold the boot myself and be a
Yes.
part of it.
So you'll be out there as well. It's not just the firefighters. Can we have people from our community partake in that too, or is it just specifically something for you guys?
Specifically for us.
Okay.
Yeah, God forbid somebody gets, like, something bad happens.
No. We definitely don't want that. I'm
So-
just saying because I would love to go out there and help too. So that was why I asked that. But yes, that's so wonderful. So this upcoming Friday, what areas will y'all be like around Corpus Christi?
So pretty much any major intersection, you're going to find one of us, whether it's a truck, whether it's an ambulance, whether it's a chief, anybody will be out there holding their boot up. Plus you get a cool sticker too. So.
Oh, okay. Of course we want some of those cool stickers. That's wonderful. So, like I said, it's going to be this Friday, and the 2 Fridays after that. You said it's going to be any location around Corpus Christi.
Yes, ma'am. And even at that, if you're just out and about, you don't tend to catch us, you can probably go up to a fire station, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, I'm here to donate for Fill the Boot."
Great.
And we'll be more than happy to take it.
Wonderful. Well, let's go over the details for this great. This is what we're doing to help find a cure. There's various intersections around town like we were just talking about, and it's going to be the first 3 Fridays in March, the 6th, the 13th, and the 20th. So those of you out there driving and you see our wonderful firefighters, please feel free to fill those boots and help find a cure. And thank you both so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, coming up, we're taking a look local on things that are going around our coastal bend. We'll be right back.